Hello and welcome to another edition of Unpopular Reviews. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're doing the best turtle movie of all time. Okay? Because Krang was in it. Krang was in this movie, ladies and gentlemen. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. Join us because it's going to be an interesting conversation. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is another edition of Unpopular Reviews. My name tonight is Vic Reptile. And joining me is none other than El Próximo Doctor, the next doctor.
Thank you. Yeah, this is definitely going to be an interesting one.
It certainly will. And also joining us is Mr. Triple X, Mike Knox. How you doing? Hey, look at all those titles. I love it.
What's going on?
I love it. Look at all those championships. That's great. And lastly, hey, the rain cloud of the room, Mr. Hey Hey Ho Ho. How are you? What's poppin'?
I'm doing okay. Hey, you know what? Let me just say it out there. 2023 has to go down in history as one of the best movie years because I've just been seeing banger after banger after banger after banger this year, and I'm just saying that because
where's my Seamus? I should have put on a Seamus.
Because somebody was in this movie. There you go. Okay.
Yay, Seamus. Shout out to Seamus. Steady. Shame Steady. That's a good one. I like that. We should call him Shame Steady. If I ever meet him, I'm going to call him Shame Steady.
You let me know how that goes down.
Sure. It'll be a good time. It'll be a good time. So, ladies and gentlemen, because they put me in a position to apparently lead this show. You know why? Because I got the glasses. I got the t-shirt. I am the person that is marking out to this content as much as possible. You want to know? We want to know why? And like I said in the beginning, they brought in Krang. The way that they did this was just amazing. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look. Dios mío. Oh my God, that was just mwah. You know why? Because I used to sit in front of the TV and turn the little dial to watch Channel 5 to see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I used to pick up the nunchucks and throw them around. So I really, really, really marked out for this because they did this very, very well. Very well. Very well. And mind you, I forgot a lot of parts of this movie. So everything that I was complaining about in the last movie, especially everything that happened with Casey Jones. Casey Jones wasn't in the last movie. I was like, where the hell is Casey Jones? Why did it not bring Casey Jones? The way that they brought in Casey Jones in this movie, yo! Oh my God, that shit was great. That shit was great, ladies and gentlemen. But before I continue, because you see that I'm marking out, Mr. Dr. Peace. Please, because I'm putting too much sunshine on this. Clearly, come on, bring it down. Because I heard earlier there were things you didn't like. There were things you didn't like. What's popping? Come on, bring it out.
Listen, let me start by saying the things that I did like.
All right, giggity.
This was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
Oh yes, it was.
And that's it. No. At first, when the Bay Turtles came out, I wasn't a huge fan of the differences in their physiques. Their whole designs were different instead of being, pretty much the same, maybe different, kind of shadings and spots. But it makes sense. It makes sense that in their development, they would have developed their personalities, their likes, their dislikes, and that would have shaped how they did their training. Of course, Raph is going to be a powerhouse because he values that strength. Leo is going to be more balanced. I do like the the nod that I've always kind of heard about Michelangelo being probably the most skilled. When they were doing the keep away with the pizza, it was try to get it from Mikey. Everybody was trying to use their skills on Mikey because kind of shows that he's probably the most skilled among them, even though he seems like the goofball. I like that. Casey Jones, makes sense that he's a cop. Okay. But then we get to the stuff that just doesn't make sense. You've got in your custody the Shredder, the most notorious criminal that the city has faced.
The gun. Here we go. All right.
They have a convoy.
That was funny.
They got they even get the call out that these motorcycles are coming down. Hey, look out for these motorcycles. That's, something strange is happening. And they just let the motorcycle just zoom through. No one pops a window down with a gun. There's no defensive stance whatsoever. No air support. You got the most dangerous criminal and you just driving along. I mean, will they listen to Taylor Swift? They're just so preoccupied. Come on.
Can we please leave Tay Tay out of here? There'd be no Tay Tay slander, please.
Listen, I love Taylor Swift. I'm not slandering Taylor Swift. I love me some Taylor Swift. Okay? Blank Space, one of my favorite songs. But it just made no sense. Casey Jones, I did like to include him, but only hockey? You limit him to only hockey? He's supposed to be, skilled in all of these different sports and using all of these different weapons, but there's only hockey?
Facts. He should have pulled out the cricket. Facts. You're right.
Definitely should have pulled out the cricket.
Yeah, I see you that.
You don't know anything else about crumpets.
Facts.
He's gonna tell you.
Yeah. Word
okay.
Up. Word up. I love it. I love it.
I mean, it was just, it hurt kind of watching this. There were definitely some good parts. I did like the camaraderie of the brothers. I like that they, fight, family, but, they come through and end together. I did like that they introduced Crane. That was definitely one of my favorite points in the cartoon, when they had Crane as a recurring character. But, the cohesiveness of the movie, yeah, it just really wasn't there for me. Then dormant genes of animal ancestors being a warthog and a rhinoceros for humans. Last I checked, we come from great apes. What? Make it make sense.
I mean, listen. All right. I see where you're coming from. They had to figure out a way to make Bebop look like Bebop and Rocksteady look like Rocksteady.
They could have done the same thing they did in number 2.
They even did listen, come on, man. The two animals in part 2, come on, man. Like they did.
No, what I'm saying is they could have grabbed the animals and merged them.
I see you. I mean,
that's what they did.
They should have done that. They should have done that. They should have brought in the animals and then merged them and do all of that.
Or at least use, we got to find some strong animals. Let's use the DNA of this and splice it.
It's okay as he inhales a breath of relief to get that off of his system. Next Doctor, we've done several Turtle shows together here over this trilogy. As this is the last one, and unfortunately we did have to end with the Turtle Bay. Okay, but 3 things I think you need to understand here, which I know you understand, right? Let me just say that because I know you understand it. It's fucking Michael Bay. I mean, it's like This is what he's notorious for. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean,
you have
yo,
to. I
you're
think you
right.
just watch him film to enjoy a film.
Yeah.
And it's too early for thumbs up or thumbs down. So I'm just gonna go real fast with this. Okay, you talked about it. This movie gave me Krang. That's all I needed to know. This movie gave me turtles flying in air. Like, look at this. This is just these scenes are just unbelievable. How could I
Fact.
not like it? And then guess what? The first one didn't give me that this one gave me. It gave me Bebop and Rocksteady. It gave me
Right.
Seamus, and it gave me the Green Arrow and Stephen Amell. I didn't need nothing else. The floor
And
is
Tyler
yours,
Perry.
executive
Tyler
consultant.
Perry.
And Tyler Perry's playing
Tyler Perry.
Baxter Stockman.
What?
You know what I mean? So in
What?
the beginning of the movie, with them watching the game and doing the little spitballs, I felt this was the first Michael Bay film that I can enjoy since Dark Side of the Moon. And get me, hey, if you want to rip Dark Side of the Moon and Transformers, rip it. It's not a good Transformer movie. It's a good action movie. I thought this was a, he gave me what it gave me. So I've seen words from Michael Bay, so I took it. Executive consultant.
What you looking at me for?
Well, it looked like you had something to say. I thought you had a rebuttal.
I mean, I will say that I did mostly enjoy it.
Consultant. The end of beginning, the numeral unos, the chances of thinning. I do it again. Follow no other, I'm setting these trends. Consultant.
Hey, can you get my agent on the phone?
Very well said. I gotta give you credit. Whoever said it. You said that Casey Jones only stuck to hockey. Somebody told me he was good at archery, so I would have loved to see that. That would have been really good. Look, here's my problem with this movie. Didn't like Splinter. Not a fan of Splinter. Right. Not a fan of Splinter. Here's my problem with this movie. They defeated King too easily. And when I mean they defeated King too easily, King was whooping ass. Right there. You see it. King was whooping that ass. And then all of a sudden he's floating away. I'll be back. This movie stunk up the box office. Didn't make any money. This movie was greenlit after Turtles 1 after 3 days. This was supposed to be the next in the line of another movie. They already had everything ready to go. But a la Batman and Robin, they scrapped it. Because this movie did that bad in the movie theater.
When you go half of the first one, yeah. The first one almost made 500 million. This one made 245 million. So yeah,
it did not do well at all. So they said, snip, snip, snip. Kane, you are not coming back. Despite him leaving and saying, I will be back. No, mofo, you won't. You came out of the shadows to go back in the shadows, guys.
But yellow.
They threw the X-Men cure in there for what reasons, I don't know. Right? So they had to have a conversation. We don't do it. We are better than we are. No, we are not. We should be. No, nothing's wrong with this. Yes, there is. We can't go and show our face. Jennifer Lawrence, I hear you. Here's my thing with this movie. And I'm going to say this so simple. You had Krang, you had Casey Jones, you had Bebop and Rocksteady. You threw everybody in there but a believable April O'Neil. You threw everybody in there.
You know he got a thing for Megan Fox.
Well, I mean, who doesn't? Okay, I'm in love with Megan Fox. Well, you like Taylor Swift, and I don't get that, but that's, I don't.
You think Rihanna's better than Beyonce, so let's talk Turtles.
I think it's an argument. I didn't necessarily say that she is. I said it's an argument, okay? I can make an argument that Rihanna's better than Beyonce. I can make an argument that this movie is better than Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. Can I make an argument that this movie's going to get a thumbs up for me? We're going to find out. We got a lot of stuff to talk about this week, a lot of stuff for entertainment going on. Stay with us. You're watching Popular Moves. Find out we're reviewing on Thursday. I hate when I do that.
From 2 of the 6 writers of Scary Movie. What does it take to make the ultimate date movie?
Who's thirsty?
No.
Grantula's just embarrassed because he lost his virginity to the housekeeper.
Idiot. Hell no, I won't marry you. Gosh.
Date movie.
Prime. This is about the fate of all living things. Omicron is coming. This is not our war.
Optimus, we must trust each other to protect the home we all share.
How big can this guy be?
He eats planets. So, like, way bigger than a planet.
You've never faced anything like this. Let them come.
The Ark. If it is their Atanis, then it is something that man was not meant to disturb.
It is protected by forces beyond imagination. It is desired above all treasures on Earth by those who are good, trust me, and those who are evil.
I'll tell you everything.
Yes, I know you will.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. A film from Steven Spielberg and George Lucas.
Previously on the Mike Knox Show.
The best show in wrestling every week. And why is that? Because your tribal chief is on that show. SmackDown. And the Usos do what the Usos have been doing lately. As we discussed last week, is this the end of the bloodline? At WrestleMania 4, King of the Ring winner in 87, which gave us the Macho King, Hall of Famer in 2015, Wrestler of the Year in 88, Match of the Year, which y'all know I often talk about. Most wrestling fans often talk about him and Ricky Steamboat. WrestleMania 3 to me still one of the top 10 matches of all time. Thank you guys for like, follow, and subscribe. Make sure you guys do all those good, fun things that you do that I like you to do, because without you, none of this would be possible. We wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. Man, tonight, 8:30, live, Savio Vega will be here with us. A special interview right here. Because only Mike Knox can pull it off. The show to close.
Good morning. Good morning. It's great to stay up late. Good.
Yo, Singing in the Rain. I can't wait for that one to come out. But let's talk about some movies that we're actually going to review. Coming up next Tuesday, as you know, Turtles right now is the end of this franchise. But we're going to our Indiana Jones franchise starting next Tuesday with Raiders of the Lost Ark. And we're going to, as soon as we get more information about who's going to be on that franchise, unfortunately, yours truly will be here. As well as Mike Knox. But, we got to figure out who else is waiting. I think next Doctor's probably going to have to join us, too, because I'm pretty sure he voted for that.
Yeah, if you voted for that shit, you better be here.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about it. Indiana Jones coming up on Thursday. We have none other than Date Movie as we start off this month talking about bad movies that you secretly love. And what I mean by bad movies that you secretly love, I mean whoever picked this movie. Date Movie coming up Thursday, 8:30. And, of course, on Sunday, Transformers Rise of the Beast.
Friday,
Sunday, Transformers Rise of the Beast movie review. This movie comes out in a couple of days, and we will be talking about it on Sunday. Stay tuned on all our social media so we can discuss exactly who's going to be on those panels. But hopefully you will join us so we can talk about it. But let's go ahead and talk about this movie, the end of it, which is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. And we're going to get into our final thoughts as well as thumbs up, thumbs down. Vic Reptile, you have control.
All right. One thing that I realized about myself is that I'm really into the visuals. You know why? Because I remember a time when the TV was only black and white. So now seeing the Turtles with all these visuals and then bringing in Krang and then bringing in Bebop and Rocksteady and just doing all of that, like, it didn't need to make sense. I understand everybody in this, where there's certain things that are nonsensical, and yeah, absolutely right. But the one thing that you said that made a lot of sense is that this is a Michael Bay movie. So it's all visual. 90% visual, So honestly, my favorite part, and here's the truth, my favorite part, and the other reason I'm marking out for this movie, they highlighted the Halloween parade. The Halloween parade is one of the best things about being a New Yorker. It is a parade that is at night. It is on Halloween, and it is the greatest time in New York City. I am telling you, if you ever have the opportunity to be a part of the Halloween parade in New York City, it will be unbelievably unforgettable. So, thumbs up.
I'm gonna say, is he here? Because he was moving and the words wasn't moving. I got confused. And Confucius say, "Yay, Vic." We knew it was a thumbs up, though, Vic. We know.
Oh no, was there a delay?
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
it's still there. Next Doctor, thumbs up, thumbs down.
You speak of, the visuals. It's a Michael Bay. I don't believe that gives it a pass. Just because we know it's a lot of stuff doesn't mean that lot of stuff is good. All right. If I got diarrhea, my toilet's filled with a lot of crap. Doesn't mean that that's a good thing.
I mean, you might lose a few pounds though.
The visuals. I mean, we talk about going into. I like that they had the turtle truck, which was
Oh my God! Yes, the turtle
a trash truck made sense. New Yorker, okay, but you go inside and it's like neon everywhere. Visual diarrhea. This thing was nothing but sugary visual diarrhea with no real substance to it. And yeah, it's Michael Bay. You go there for the story. He's messing up a good franchise. That's all I saw. Visual diarrhea with no substance. Yes, it was a thumbs down. Get this out of here.
Damn. You know what? This might be a 2 for 2 because we know executive consultant never likes anything, So I give it a thumbs up. I'm with you, Vic. Again, things as a kid I never thought would be real. And I know we did the first couple movies, and I thought that was great for its time, but I don't think it holds its weight unless you're nostalgically feeling this movie. I think Michael Bay, who historically does a bad job, I thought he did a good job with this. And I know, yes, the storylines were lacking in what we're used to and what we're accustomed to, but they're Michael Bay is not like other directors where they have a writer and a director. They give Michael Bay and say, "Here, make this." Now, you can fault him for that. Like, do your freaking homework, Michael Bay. Simple stuff like you said about the DNA and things like that when it came to Rocksteady and them. Like, what do you mean this is their natural DNA? Yes, but it was still cool seeing this on the screen. Yes, Casey Jones only had the hockey stick. He only played the hockey. I didn't like him as the cop and all that of that as well. But I still say it was a good time had. I enjoyed it. I think it's the best Turtle movie that they've made. And that's not saying a lot. I get that. But this was my favorite Turtles movie to watch. Thumbs up for me. Executive consultant.
Can I ask you a question, Mr. Knox? I thought you said something about this was the greatest Ninja Turtles movie ever made to you. Is that accurate? Did you really say that?
I think this is the best Turtles movie that they've ever made. Yeah, I do.
So you're including from 1990 and 1992.
Those movies do not hold their weight today because, again, to me, again, it's just my opinion, right? Visually, it's flawed. Like I can't go back and play no matter how much I like the Sight Bite on Nintendo. I'm not playing it today. That's all. I'm not a retro gamer.
Got you. Well, we all make mistakes. Yours was actually thinking this movie was better than Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1 and 2. Yeah. So, that being said, let me tell you why you were incorrect tonight. That's what I do. I tell people why they're incorrect. I consult them so they can make better decisions. This movie was actually, stop predicting stuff. Take the thumbs down. This movie was actually very enjoyable. I watched it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Krang. I enjoyed Shredder. I thought Shredder did a much better job this time. I enjoyed all the Turtles. I thought the story was actually pretty decent for what it was. I look at certain stuff and I say, you know what? It's not supposed to be the catch can flight crap that they do in wrestling. It's supposed to be an enjoyable thrill ride. And that's what it did. It was an enjoyable thrill ride that shouted out a lot of what made Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles popular in the first place. They gave you everything that even the originals did not have that people clamored for. That being said, though,
I was waiting for it.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1 and 2 was better, not 3, was better than this one. This one was better than Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. However, in 2023, I'm going to go back to what I had said originally in 2022 for a good 8 months of that year. Did I like it better than this movie? And that answer is an astounding and a resounding yes. It was so much better than that movie, and that's why this gets a thumbs up from me. Thank you so much for watching us here tonight. For Mike Knox, for the Next Doctor, I am the executive consultant. I don't know why the guy up there is named Vic Reptile. And we will see you on Thursday. Actually, no, we'll see you tomorrow. Y'all doing Gotham Knights tomorrow?
Wednesday.
That's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
And AEW's tomorrow.
Today's Tuesday. Hello. It's not Monday. What's wrong with me?
And I will give my additive theater.
We're doing Gotham Knights tomorrow. It's going to be a good time. Join us.
And I will give my additive theater reactions to Transformers as I have a early showing for that movie, even though the full review will be this Sunday.
Just determined because let me tell you something. When he sees a movie, he has to talk about it, like immediately. Has to talk about it. It bothers him. He'll call no one I ain't seen the movie. It has to talk about it.
Well, since he likes to talk on air, and I don't like to do that because he likes to consult people, and he's consulting Ron. That's why he has no clients. Okay, it's called Keeping Up with the Joneses. This is we're on the internet. We're on YouTube. People on YouTube sees movies early. They get them out. That's how people come to your channel to watch you. The sooner you see it, the more people want to see who saw it first, and that's how you get the views. So that's why it's important to get them out as soon as possible, not later. If you see a movie if a movie comes on a Friday and you ask me the whole 7 days the next Friday to come see it, why would I watch your show? Just saying.
Does anybody know
the logic?
I don't know anybody named Jones. I don't. I don't keep up with them. I don't like talking to them.
His logic is better than this movie's logic.
You know what?
Thank you.
You know what? I would even talk to somebody named Jones if they liked the Batman. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll get out of here. We'll see you next time right here at Pop Review. Good night, everybody.
Sometimes it's good to take a laxative.
Hey, I did just have my